Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Real Rap Entertainment, Real Rap Reviews, and hitting you guys up with another review. So today we're going to be talking about The Killer. The Killer is currently streaming on Netflix and is directed by the one and only David Fincher and stars Michael Fassbender. So let's dive into it because this is quite the film. So let's talk about it. The Killer provides an uneasy tension for its viewers with an in-depth, perfectly shot story. Director David Fincher, he really puts us into the mind of this killer. It's based on a mini comic book series that came out in the late 90s, which I found out before going into the film, which is pretty cool. So let's kind of dive and discuss a little bit more. So director David Fincher puts us into this mind of this stone cold killer. Michael Fassbender, he's really great here. He gives a bold yet chilling performance as a hired hitman. He's a cold assassin who goes on a manhunt throughout the world, and soon he becomes a target himself after a job goes wrong. So the film has that Fincher feel, an uneasy, suspenseful tension like we've seen in previous films of his, such as Seven and Fight Club, that dark, gritty, uneasy tension going on, and that's very well much carried into The Killer. Great cinematography here too. You get a lot of great in-depth artistic shots, and the narrative of the film works really well. The narrative from Fassbender's character, I thought it was brilliant, and it's disturbing, but yet the product is interesting and well put. The film has very little dialogue, but with Fassbender's narrative, I think it works pretty well because really within the first like 10-15 minutes, you see him alone in some abandoned hotel room scouting out his victim, who he's hired to hit. And you just get narrative from him and about his little thoughts, and he would occasionally listen to music to unwind. He would listen to the Smiths. I thought that was a good song choice to put the Smiths, kind of like an indie rock band going in there, and it just worked well. I mean, this kind of upbeat, cheerful music with this guy who's slightly not all there. I mean, his character is there, but he just doesn't really show like any emotion or anything. He's there, he figures it's a job, he's getting paid for it, and he's going to do that job. No emotions or feelings attached. And all of his killings, he says, is not personal. He doesn't care. Whether he's paid to do it, he'll do it, get the job done, and go away. But he soon becomes a target himself, as I mentioned earlier. He has a hit that's going on in France, and the hit goes wrong, and then he goes on this international manhunt throughout the world, and people are out to kill him, and he's not sure who to trust and who's who. And it's a very well put together thriller. It's very suspenseful, on edge, and its tension too. It has that Fincher feel of an uneasy tension because we're not too sure about Fassbender's character. I mean, we don't know his first name. He just goes by the Killer throughout the film, and we're basically in his shoes. We're inside his mind as he goes across country to country, state to state, trying to figure out answers of why this hit gone wrong and why are people after him, because he's noticing that soon people come to go after him and are trying to kill him himself. And we try to solve this piece of the puzzle with him. Sort of kind of reminded me of another Fincher film, The Game. You're finding the pieces of the puzzle of what goes where, and we're on him with this journey and on this killing spree because, like I said, he's a contract killer. So we go on this journey with this killing spree, and we get this narrative through his thoughts, and I think that just works so well. It's very, in a way, like I said, it's weird, but it's needed. We need that insight from his character of what's going through his mind. And greatly shot. I mean, Fincher always has that great cinematography. Slightly, when it's intense moments, they're slightly dimmer and darker. That helps build the tension, that helps build the character for the film. And I think it's a well done, put together crime thriller. Gonna kind of keep this review on the short side, but yeah, I mean, it works really well here. Michael Fassbender's great. Again, his character doesn't show any emotions. He just has a job to do. He'll get it done in that bold direction from David Fincher. I think this is really great work from David Fincher, one of his best in a while. I mean, he's given us classic films, Seven, Fight Club, The Social Network, Panic Room. So this is, in a way, sort of a welcome back to David Fincher and his bold, unique film style of intense thrillers. On the edge crime dramas too, because in a way this film plays like an action crime drama thriller because we're solving these pieces of the puzzle and we're in this guy's shoes and we don't know too much about this man except that he has a job, he's a contract killer, he goes around killing people for money, and then soon he's a target himself, so he has to find out what caused him to be that target after a hit goes wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and recommend The Killer. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5. Definitely a B+, worth a watch, especially if you're a Fincher film. You'll see that Fincher style, and if you really like suspenseful thrillers that play with your mind a little bit. I really recommend this film, and I think it's for you. Alright guys, thank you, and stay tuned for our next review here at Real Rap Podcast and Real Rap Entertainment. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
No one ever cared what you said, but to say that means never listening to what mom say. Always had a dream on moving at my mom's place. Always hesitating when it came to putting on the wrong face. When it came to putting it on face. When it came to building up a better being, but a better being. Never been in the back of your thoughts. Never ever thought you'd ever see him, but I bet that you were heated, but you scream in the back of your thoughts. Nightmares and dreams in the back of your thoughts. Life with a meaning.